Let's go to work.
Hi, I'm Rich.
And I'm Joe.
And this is Two Fat Guys Cycling.
All right, how's it going, everybody? Monday morning. Weekend's over, back to that grind. On my way to work. So today, if we have time, which I think we will, I'm going to take a slightly different route on the way in. I'm going to go down to Main Street and cut over, and then cut down US 1 to International Speedway and cut down to go get myself a haircut. I gotta remember to check that camera and make sure it doesn't cut off on me. If it does, it's all right, I guess. Just have to restart it. So I thought we'd talk a little bit today about the benefits, or at least what I see the benefits in commuting to work by bicycle. Well, one of the most important benefits, I guess, would be the exercise, right? Health benefits. Getting your getting your exercise in, and you're doing this on the way to work, so you don't have to worry about stopping and going to a gym and sitting on a stationary bike for, 45 minutes to an hour. You're actually moving around outdoors, getting some sunshine, and you're on your way to work, which is cutting out a big part of your daily travel, which frees you up. That's another benefit. Another important benefit would just be maintenance, gas, things of that nature that you have to do to your vehicle. And I have a truck, but I'm doing this for a completely different reason other than trying to save money on gas and that kind of thing. I'm doing the first part, which is trying to get healthier. And I like the fact that I do have a vehicle. So when I need to go do something, don't necessarily need to go or have to just rely on a bicycle to get me from point A to point B. So there's benefits on both sides, right? But if you're looking at it basically through a health benefits wise, I think cycling, from what I've seen this past month and a half, 2 months as I've been riding, is so much more fun than going to a gym and lifting a bunch of weights, which, don't get me wrong, I like doing that. But I always find when I go to a gym, even when I try to plan ahead on what I want to do, I find myself looking around, and I may have changed my mind between the time that I put up that schedule to the time I got to the gym. So now I'm looking around for things I want to do. Maybe somebody else is using that equipment. It's kind of throwing your routine off. This cycling, I get on my bike and I go. So it's helping with cardio, which I desperately need. And it's helping with weight loss. And it's also toning me up in areas like my legs and my little behind, what I have left of it. Another cool benefit that I like about this is the view that you get. I think you can appreciate your surrounding a little bit more, like this, for instance. You know, it'll take those cars probably 30, 40 seconds to get across this bridge. And they're missing all this beautiful scenery. I don't know if that's coming through the phone or not, but the Map My Ride lady is telling me what I've done so far. Keeping track of this for the Great Cycle Challenge. Do that battle against cancer, specifically for children. Which I do not have any children of my own. All right, sorry about that, folks. I didn't hear the little dinger when the camera shut off. So as I was saying, getting that view riding on a bike, to me it just makes things a little bit more not comforting, but relaxing, I guess, right? I mean, sure, I got to get up. I got to leave about an hour earlier than I normally would. I'm only riding 6 miles one way. But to me, it's worth it.
Ridgewood, walk sign is on the front.
Let's go. Oh man, we already starting out with some decline. Gotta like that. All right, some more benefits. More benefits to commuting by bicycle to work. Let's talk about that. Well, I should say benefits and concerns and all that rolled into one. One of the concerns would be what you can carry with you. Me, I carry my lunch. So I have a little red lunchbox cooler type thing that I carry. And I carry a water jug, gallon water jug. But when I got this bike, I purchased a bike rack. Put put that on the back wheel there, or the back seat pole. And I gotta say, man, it works out pretty good. Strap it down, bungee cord. And then inside that little cooler, I can carry other things that I might need throughout the day. Carry my vape in there. Company phone. You know, things of that nature. And of course I got my little belly bag. Keep my wallet and keys. Now, as far as a change of clothes go, you know, some of you folks might work in an office building, or you just work somewhere where you can't just wear everyday exercise clothes, like, you know, shorts and stuff like that. So out here in Florida, you're going to get sweaty. Get back up on the sidewalk here. Let's pop in here to Daytona Plaza. Go in here and get our ears lowered. You know, I don't know if they have a bicycle parking station here. I wonder if those fine gentlemen would allow me to bring my ride inside. We're gonna find out. All right, fellas, take a break here. All right. That's done. Feel human again. Destination, Workville. Let's go. Haircuts. I highly recommend them. So during the one-on-one session that Rich and I had yesterday on our break beach, I had mentioned that it had been, you know, well over 30 years since I'd been on a bicycle. And I may have even mentioned that earlier today in this video, I'm not sure. But regardless, what's the longest some of you all have gone without riding your bike from childhood into your adulthood? Or are there some of you like me who, if it weren't for Rich, I probably would have just not even thought to, you know, get a bike and start biking again or cycling. So let us know. We'll have to have a discussion on the different types of bikes. Road bikes versus mountain bikes versus cruisers. And of course the e-bikes or electric bikes. That'll be a good discussion to have. I remember when I was first starting to learn to ride a bike when I was a kid. I was probably, what am I thinking? Probably around 6 years old, maybe. Probably right just before first grade or so. But I remember I had horrible balance. So, you know, me and my brother just had a couple of just old school 70s kids bikes with the big banana seats on them. You know, something they probably picked up at the local Schwinn store for, you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks. And I remember they slapped a set of training wheels on that bike, man. And when I was able to get on that bike and was actually able to ride, man, I thought I was the coolest kid on the block. Of course, you know, we had a lot of kids that me and my brother grew up with on that particular block in Louisville, out in lively Shavley. It's a pretty good sized neighborhood. Lots of kids our age and older and younger. So it was always a gang of us out there riding our bikes all day or playing baseball or football or playing with our Star Wars action figures. But you had a few of the kids that would, you know, tease and make fun with the whole training wheels. I think I was the only one that had training wheels. But I didn't care. So I was talking about my brother and I would get up in the morning as we were kids. My mom would fix us breakfast. I don't know how much of this came through on the video before it shut off. But just in case it didn't, I'll run back through it quickly. And we'd eat a Pop-Tart or cereal or something, you know, and be on our way out the door and meet up with the other neighborhood kids. And then me and my brother would meet back at the house if we separated from each other. We'd meet up for lunch, grab a quick bologna sandwich or peanut butter sandwich, some Kool-Aid or juice, and then it was back out the door till my dad got home. Then it was time to eat dinner. Then we'd sit down at the table as a family and we'd eat, get yelled at, all that good stuff. And then we had about maybe 2 or 3 hours left of daylight. We'd get back out and play. If nobody was grounded, whoever was remaining, we'd get out and play until those street lights came on. And we all knew the rules. My ADD kicked in. Missed my turn. That's all right. We need the exercise, right? But anyway, yeah, we'd have to get back when those street lights came on. We had a certain amount of time. But back then, your soda pops, they came in glass bottles. your Pepsis, Cokes, and RC products. Came in glass bottles, 20 ounce, I believe. And my dad, man, he'd always, whatever was on sale, right? So whatever brand was on sale. But he'd always have my brother and I a bottle of pop in the freezer with just the top, maybe about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of that. 2 inches of that. Had a nice little freeze on it. Pop open that cap. That little bit of ice would kind of come poking through the opening. We'll go up Williamson. Those were the days, my friend. Those were the days. You know, I mentioned that I don't have any kids, but I know what it was like. I remember what it was like being a kid. I remember what my relationship was with my parents through different stages of my life. And as a young boy, you know, from start of elementary school into middle school, so 7 up until I was about 11 or 12, right before puberty and everything kicked in. You can remember those relationships with your parents and who you connected with more. Or maybe you connect well with both or none of them at all. So that's a little off topic, but the reason I bring that up is the whole thing with the Pepsi. As small as that sounds or small as that is, I still remember that. You know, 40 years later, I still remember that. And I remember that being a highlight as a kid. So it's those little things. So any of you parents out there that think that your kids won't remember certain things, or you think that maybe they look and sound as though they're not impressed or enthusiastic about those little things that you're trying to show them that maybe your parents showed you, believe me, some of those things will stick with them and they'll remember them 30, 40 years down the road and even further. Is this thing still on? Yeah. Well, we are almost at work. Maybe just about another quarter of a mile, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and shut her down. Really appreciate you guys taking the ride with me this morning. And tune in with me on my night rides if I decide to get that back in play. Again, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. You know the deal. You know what it's about. You know what we're trying to do. Well, I got to keep telling you. And to get this word out, get these videos out, get this message out to those people. We're going to help them. That's what our goal is. That's what our mission is. Help, inspire, motivate. All right, everybody. Do good. Expect good results. Be better. Y'all take care.